We're back on KROV FM. Want you to know that we are excited to have Mr. Paul and Tiffany in the house with us. And we want you to know they are doing some great things in the city of San Antonio. Now, Paul, share with the listening audience, because you are kickboxing champion.
Correct.
Okay, and not only was you a kickboxing champion, but you go back, way back to even my brother.
Right. Larry Lockhart. Correct.
In martial arts.
Right.
Okay, so let me just step back. Share with us.
Well, you know, back in the days, I was a kickboxing world champion in San Antonio, Texas. Here in San Antonio, Texas. I left and I went to Michigan, and I became Chris Byrd, the WBO and IBF former heavyweight champion of the world, sparring partner out in Flint, Michigan. And we both were sparring, and you know, he was my sparring partner. Well, I was his sparring partner actually. And once me and him got together, we continued our mission to success. Well, him to success because I was a sparring partner. I contribute. He beat Evander Holyfield 2001 for the vacant IBF heavyweight championship in the world. Before that time, you know, me and Hasim Rahman were sparring partners, and he beat Lennox Lewis in Africa for his WBC, IBF, and WBA heavyweight championship in the world. So I feel like I contribute to their boxing success because I was a sparring partner and I trained with them. From that time on, you know, I got my master's degree in criminal justice and political science, and then you know, from there I was a juvenile staff director at Wolverine Human Services, and over 800 something staff and 3,000 something kids region wide in Michigan. Then from there I had a downfall. So, you know, you know, but likes of my, you know, my success, things happened over the time where my brother then was incarcerated with the feds for, you know, some time. They still locked up since 1990, 89, 90 or something like that. But from that time, like me and my mom, they have a great relationship. But after the fact of me getting in trouble with the feds and running from them, the Secret Service for a while, not dealing with the fact that it wasn't my fault, but at the same time, you know, everybody's innocent in jail to proven guilty. The judge saw it in my favor. You know, he dropped every charge against me and stuff like that, and we continued to. I could continue my success, but I couldn't go back to being a director at Wolverine Human Services because of the fact that you got a felony. You can't do it.
Right.
But I kept going. You know, I didn't let that beat me. You know, I became a successful director and film director in Hollywood, California. And that's when I put everything together as my second chance organization. And that's when I got with all kind of the celebrities and stuff that, you know.
No, wait a minute. You done moved from kickboxing.
Right.
You done been into martial arts.
Right. Correct.
You've been in corrections.
Correct.
Okay. And you had some turbulence in your life.
Correct.
But you didn't let that stop you.
No, not at all.
And, you know, there were some lonely days.
It was some horrible lonely days.
Okay.
It was some days that I, you know, at the same time when I was on a run, I wasn't myself because I had under some other ID and some other identification, so the feds would contact me or get me, you know, try to get me. So, you know, but once they got me, they got me. So no running, but I had to do what I had to do, and I did a lot of things that you know that I really can't say it too much because of the network. But at the same time, you know, I tried to get back with my mom. You know, she had passed away after 25 years of me reconciling my relationship with her. Then my dad, you know, he passed away 3 months after that. Mm-hmm. And this last year. And then from that time on, you know, my kids, you know, the hurricane in Houston, mm-hmm. my twin girls, they was 28, they passed away.
Wow.
From that. Then it was just like so many people passing away, and then, you know, my baby's mom, she passed away, so I was like, oh my God, you know, what's going on? But, you know, God had me in his hands. He said, you know, I still got you because you're a strong individual, mm-hmm. and I wouldn't put you into this storm unless I know that you gonna come out of it. But, you know, I became being still successful when I finally got 5 shows actually I created. But my first show was that brought light to the network was Second Chance.
Okay, but wait, I want to slow down because see, you bounced, you were heartbroken.
Right.
But how did you break that ice of being heartbroken to filming?
Because see, you know, everybody in the world like to blame things on society, and a lot of things wasn't my fault, as you know. But at the same time, people are not able to continue to go on like myself. I want to inspire people to continue to make your move and continue to think of something positive, no matter what it is. You know, I couldn't go back to work for Wolverine Services. I had a felony. I couldn't do a lot of things. I was down and out. I went to the homeless shelter, you know. But, you know, I couldn't be there more than 3 days. I got out of there and went straight to California with $1,000 in my pocket. And then, boom, from there, I skyrocketed. As you see on my Instagram, I had all kind of celebrities loving the idea. I started promoting them. You know, the old celebrities, you know, Miguel Nunez Jr., you know, Jada from the Bad Girls Club, you know, Ola Ray from Michael Jackson Thriller, the movie. It was just so many people that I was dealing with in that part. Tatiana Ali, Little Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri, you know. I got to the network that nobody else could do with NBC Universal. And I started putting shows on, you know. So I got, you know, his show put on Lifetime, The Rap Game. You know, and so everybody was coming to me to do favors for them and stuff. So, but after that, you know, I figured that, you know, hey, this is my time now to do something and then, you know, put it on and see if they like it. But now I told them it's on my past history. This is a second chance. Why? And we're not going to depend on the government no more. We're going to depend on the people.
Come on.
And as soon as they said that, they looked, they go, oh, we want it. And I said, well, you got to take the rest of the 5 shows if you want this. so they put in line of the 5 other shows. And I thought about Boxing Wives, and I made that up and created that with Mike Tyson, his wife, Sheree Leonard, his wife, George Foreman, his wife, Muhammad Ali's, actually his wife is going to be one of the writers on it, Lonnie. She liked the idea as well. But you know, then we have some other boxer, Manny Pacquiao and his wife. So you know, but you know, it's just a great thing that, you know, I start creating, you know, and letting people know, like, look, you got to keep moving. Like, you know, just because something happened to you, that don't mean life is over with.
Right.
It don't mean that you can't continue to dig yourself out of your grave and keep going. And I want to make sure that the people in the public hear this and about second chance, because you saw the lady with the kidney transplant. It's not just for that. It's for people that's homeless, people, mamas who don't have a job for their kids, you know, single parents. We have people who getting adopted. We have people who want to go to the NBA. It's just so much that we have, where now we're not depending on the government. Now people say, well, we're going to help this person. And we want to unite, because Kimberly, as you saw, Kimberly Stewart with the kidney transplant, a person that's white, Caucasian, might give it to her. You know, we were uniting everybody back together for the Hispanics, and also the Hispanics as well, because as far as people going across the border and they leave from their families, we're gonna give them a second chance to bring them back. You know, so we're using a lot of varieties of people together. We're using Salvation Army, we're using all these people, we just everything that we're doing to help these people get back where they need to be. Instead of depending on the government, we're going to depend on the people. We'll get them back, and everybody's going to be, we're trying to break everything into the godly world again, of helping. And it don't matter if what I've done or what my success is. I want to make sure that everybody else get that platform and find out what's going on with them.
You know, what I like about this is the fact that, you know, the word says, forget those things which are behind you.
Correct.
Okay. The downfalls, the struggles,
right,
that you've had,
correct,
you left them behind.
Yes, correct.
You're looking toward the future.
That's right.
But not only just for yourself,
but for others.
But for others.
That's correct.
Now, one thing about it, because when you look for other people, when you go out to bless other people,
right, more blessings will come your way.
You hit it right. Now I'm gonna break away, because this beautiful lady that's sitting next to you.
Yeah.
How did you meet her?
We was doing a show called Kata, and E was gonna pick it up with Chris Jenner and stuff like that. But that show fell through for circumstances, because some you know, the girls don't get along and stuff like that. So we became best friends, and from the friendship, we became, you know, first for actual business partners, then best friends. Then from best friends, then we became, you know, lovers, and we got married. And I think in that marriage, what we did, it's like everybody should start off that way. Instead of jumping into a relationship, they should start off knowing that person first. And then after they get to know them, they know what's what's happening to them, how they get upset and all this other stuff. And we did that all the way down. Like, she know me from in there. She'll say, I already know what you're thinking. And she'll say something before I say something. I go, man. And then my heart beats like hers, and both of us got a heart murmur. It's so crazy that we fit in the same thing. And I remember telling her one day, we was FaceTiming, I said, you know, God gonna bring you somebody, a good man. And she said, I know. And she started crying, and something in my voice said, it's gonna be you. I'm like, all right. And it ended up being us. But yeah, I think, you know, we started off as friends first, and then we gradually went into this phase that we've been through a lot together. For our struggles and stuff like that, we did it together. You know, when people wouldn't pick the network wouldn't pick things up, we went together banging down doors like, hey, like, you gotta look at this, what we have. And a lot of people wouldn't look at it. But unfortunately, we got that break on God's time because we was rushing, so we learned how to be patient. And once we became patient, then things start coming to us, you know.
Now that sounds like a reality show.
It is, and then we got one called Paul and Tiffany's.
And that's coming up too.
Okay, now we're gonna switch over. We're gonna, Miss Tiffany.
Yes.
So what has it been like since you've been with this man? This man, not the other man.
Well, a lot actually. I know, you know, when you're in a past relationship and then you get into another one that's better than all the other ones. You know, he's the one. You know, he's way different than any other guy that I've been with. He's been there for me, and even when we were just business partners, he was there for me even in times when he didn't have to be there for me. And that started opening my eyes to, wow, this man really loves me and cares for me. And so, you know, took off from there and we got married.
All right. Now, the getting to know each other, okay, has there ever been a mask, or has the mask been taken off totally?
I think that we both, in the beginning, everybody wore a mask.
Okay.
Until, you know, at times when you don't have a choice but to take off that mask. You have to take it off one day. I think once the mask came off and I got to learn her as an individual or person, then I already knew, okay, I got some issues that I have to deal with her, but I know that I can do it. If I can go through all the rest of the things that I've done in my life, I can go through this one. You know, and a marriage is like, you go through a marriage, and people say that it's not where you have to stay with your wife through thick and thin and through death do you part. I always tell her like this, I say, you know what, let's just be happy. You know, when you argue, say, I don't want to argue with you, I'm just gonna wait and just laugh and be happy. And I think because people think that you have to argue in a relationship and everybody have to disagree with each other to make you love them, that's not the fact. I think being happy every day and smiling makes you feel great, because once you argue with her and she argues with you, you think about something else. You think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have married her, or and everybody's thinking negative stuff. But when it's tough stuff that's positive, you don't have no other way but to think negative or positive, and then you start being with that person and you start loving that.
Start just being happy.
Yeah. So that's what we started doing, and it worked out fine. So.
And I think what God did, he when you're divinely brought together by God, you know, I prayed for a husband when I was talking to him on that FaceTime. And at the same time, he was praying for a wife.
Right.
And, you know, I didn't really know he was praying for a wife, you know, and then he started falling in love with me. And then, you know, we finally realized, man, God brought us together, you know. And we just hit it off, and the mask came off, and now we love each other unconditionally, and we know each other, you know, everything about each other. And that's the best type of relationship.
I like that. With God, so ever joined together.
That's
Yes.
right.
Let no man.
Prayers are powerful.
I remember we had Teddy Riley, and shout out to him. He's a good friend of mine. We had him sing at our wedding, and it was just so intense. Plus the pastor lady, that she had a shaking. We got married in Vegas, and she was going at it. And, you know, when Teddy singing, I broke out crying. You know, oh my God! I said, Lord,
Tears are flowing.
this is it. I'm not going back. I'm done. You know.
Okay. Coming out of a household, 9 siblings.
Correct.
And again, I'm going back to out of all that you've been through, you made it.
That's right. Correct.
But you haven't stopped.
No.
Where are you going now?
You know, I'm going to get my. I got what, 8 kids now. So I have to establish my relationship with them, like I have done already. Get them established. My son was in prison for a while. He got out and he came with me, and I taught him boxing, and he loves it. You know, he's 27 years old now. He has a twin sister, but I think he'll be a great champion. He came to stay with me after I hadn't seen him for a while, and he said, "Hey, Pops, you like my brother, you know." But you know, I told him, listen, just because you fail, I told him, look at me, don't mean you can't get up. I said, look what happened to your dad. I should have been gone a long time ago. A lot of people, they commit suicide. When my mama died, my dad died, and all these people died. So that's not me. I want to make not just my family happy. God put me in this position, and when that time when I pled for 10 years after I ran, and I faced the judge and I pled with him, he looked at me and said, "Mr. Nutall, I don't think you had anything to do with this. I'm going to drop 2 to 40 charges against you and just charge you alone. You can go home." And everybody got silent. And he said, "Any objection?" "Nope." And I knew it was God then. I said, "Well, I know what I got to do." You know, here's another chance. It's another shot for me. Let's do it. You know, so here we are today.
The favor of God.
Favor of God.
Okay.
All the way in my life, from the beginning to the end. You know.
Now the show that well, let me ask you this. How do you get the community involved into what you're doing?
Okay, as far as the kidney transplants, organ transplants, and stuff like that, people will see this woman who needs a kidney transplant. What you've seen, they're going to refilm that. And when over 500 million viewers see that, somebody going to come and give her a kidney transplant. A lot of people on the list, and people don't know it. But they see her. We can go, if they had everybody on the list, people would see that. But they don't show it. And they show this woman with the kids and stuff like you seen it. Somebody gonna come up and give her. They already have an organ donor for her anyway. Before the show starts, it's a pre-production. But at the same time, they have something. When people see these kids that want to be adopted, and one of the twins got sickle cell anemia, another one don't, but they want to separate them. You know, people gonna want to. Oh, let's go get home for them. As far as the homeless and everybody else, these shelters, when I'm battered, we have a whole bunch of people on board as a Salvation Army that can help us bring aboard where we can get this person a job. When one guy, he been working for years and don't have a car to go back and forth to work, so we'll get him a car, let him go back and forth to work. You know, so everybody get a second chance in life. I don't think, when you got singers out there that sing so good and they don't even know it, people don't even know they out there. And they get shown, and oh my God, we want to pick her up, we want to write her, produce her. They got football players out there, some brothers I know that's good basketball players, and they don't see them. But when they see them, because they have to go to college and all this stuff, some of them just play, and they let's just put them on for 1 year. Let's just sign them for 1 year and see how you do. And all of a sudden, you never know what's going to happen. But I think everybody in the world deserves a second chance, regardless of the situation, and stand in hand. You know, I think since I got that second chance, I want to put it together and give the world a second chance. You know.
But one of the things that, you know, in your second chance that, and I feel that you're sharing with the community,
Right.
Don't give up.
Correct.
Okay. Opportunity passes you by every day.
Every day.
Opportunity
Right.
knocks at your door every day.
day.
So it may be big,
Right.
but look at the bigness like Goliath.
Correct.
Okay, you just
Living a liar. There you go. You know, the world is see, God put everybody in the world to be somebody. Don't think that you not somebody. He put you in the world to be somebody. Whatever you think, whatever you can do, you can accomplish that. People like, oh man, you got out of jail. I don't know what you're gonna do now. Your degree gone. The board dropped you. I looked at them. I said, I'm gonna make it, Chief. I'm gonna make it. And he go, yeah, what you gonna do next? You know, and I'm not saying I show them, but I show God. When God say, I picked you to help this world, and you don't do it, you got that will, that's on you. You can lay down and die, or you can go forward and be successful. And I took the other route. I went forward and helped people to be successful as myself, not just me. Took some people with me, the world.
San Antonio and global listeners, we're talking to Mr. Paul
Nutall.
and Miss Tiffany Nutall. Don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
Give up with my hand as they come. Come on!
Now you're gonna have to add a marriage counselor to your list on your resume, man.
Just figured well, yeah, you know, they gonna ask us that. We got a talk show that we got going on too as well. They gonna, you know, we got Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres, and we're gonna be on their show, and they're gonna ask us some questions about marriage. And I think that once people see that you don't have to be a certain age, or you don't have to be this particular person to have a great marriage, I think.
Oh, yes. Should have been dead and gone.
There you go.
But I'm still alive. Today we have with us in KROV FM radio is Mr. Paul Nutall and Tiffany Nutall. Born and raised right here in San Antonio. You live here in San Antonio as well as California?
Right. I have a home in not San Pedro, but Rancho Palos Verdes, California. I met her in San Carita, California. California. So, but we gonna get a home built in San Antonio. I wanna bring it back down. I wanna bring it back from Hollywood to SA and have my home built here and stay down here. So everything is down here. It will be down here. So that's how we want it.
Okay. You've shared so much.
Correct.
But the picture of it all that I received from you is when you do unto others good things
will happen to you.
will happen to you.
That's right. That's correct.
Regardless of what the state. But you know what I love about it is you used to depend on the government.
That's right.
But you said enough of this.
That's right. We're gonna depend on second chance now.
Okay.
They're gonna say, hey, I don't have a job. I'm a single parent. I don't have this money and this money. There's so many people out there with millions of dollars. Oh, we're gonna do this a tax write-off. Let's give her a job. Let's give her a car. Let's get her a house. Let's get her started. No more government assistance. And some that who want to have the help, but some of them just don't want. But at the same time, they want the help. They're gonna get the help.
Okay.
So,
Tiffany.
Yes, sir.
Was that you on that video that stepped out there that bought the program on?
yeah.
That was me. Yes.
Tell them the voice.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, charismatic.
Thank you.
I mean, you stepped out there like you knew what you were talking about.
Well, I actually, I'm passionate about the TV show. I went to Paul and I said, the reality show Kata didn't work out, and I told him, he told me a little bit about Second Chance, and I told him, why haven't you started on this? Helping people, saving lives, that's what I'm all about. I'm not really about the reality show of trying to just be pretty. I'm more than just being pretty. I have something to offer to the world too, and I want to change the world. I'm passionate just like he is. So, when he told me what to say, what he wanted me to say, I was like, I got it.
Okay.
I had this whole paragraph, got it down. He said, just feel it. I was like, well, I can feel it. I have my own story, so.
The great, and I share this with everyone. There's a lot of greatness in everyone.
Amen.
Correct.
There's a lot of hidden potentials
And everyone.
in everyone.
You gotta dig it in and find it where it's at.
You step outside of that comfort zone,
Mhm.
that fear.
And, and when you tap into God,
Ooh.
That's right.
you will really understand what it really means when the word says God hasn't given us a spirit of fear,
That's right.
but of love,
That's right.
power,
That's right.
and of sound mind.
That's right.
Love to not only love yourself, but
Right.
to be able to love others.
Yeah.
That's right.
Power to be able to hold your head up
Yeah.
and not to hold your head down
That's
and step
correct.
forward.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
And a sound mind to stay focused
That's right.
Stay focused.
on the vision
On
that
the
God has
vision,
given.
the prize.
yeah.
That's right.
You know.
Exactly.
Well, we're about to wrap this up. Are there any last words that you would like to share?
First of all, I want to share this. If everybody that's listening, if you see yourself fading, not going direct where you need to be, keep your eye on the prize. Continue to pray, but don't give up. Never give up. If you can see my story, if your story ain't worse than mine, then you know you need not to give up. And if it's worse than mine, then still don't give up. You have to reach down inside you, and God has given everybody a blessing that they don't even know about unless they dig inside themselves and focus on the vision. And when you do that, it'll be great. No matter what happened, you can come from jail for 20 years or whatever you got, parents passing away, whatever the case is. Don't blame on the next man. The responsibility is yours. When you look at yourself in the mirror, that's who you look at every day. And that's how you go forward. Because if you don't do that, and you look at everybody else and say, well, because of this person, because my mom, because my daddy raised me right, then you will always blame everybody in your whole life. But if you just step in the mirror and look at yourself, the responsibility is yours. And that's it. Ain't nobody else but yours. You was born in this world. But once you grow up, you have something that you have to do. So look, and like I said, everybody's created on this earth equal. I don't care if you're a celebrity, whatever. I say this, everybody in this world to me is a celebrity because they have something.
Yes.
They got something that they want to do in a positive way. But it's up to you and no one else to continue to go forward with your success and continue to go forward what you need to do. That's what I want to tell everybody. Don't give up, hope, and keep your dreams alive.
Miss Tiffany.
That was beautiful. I have to say that prayer is powerful, and I believe in God so much, not because my parents told me, not because friends told me. It's because of the things He's done for me in my life. He's shown Himself to me that His power is great. All you need to do is ask for His help. Pray every night. Have faith, especially. Faith is what ignites God's power. And if you just have that, you're just one step forward in finding your destiny.
Right.
Okay. Mr. Nutall, share with us, if you will, your social sites, and if you have any shout-outs.
Well, I like to give shout out to a lot of people, but I want to also give him, follow me on Instagram, and it's Official God's Change. Official God's Change. And on Twitter, it's Official God's Change. And I don't have Facebook. I have a Facebook like page, but so then once you connect with me, you'll see my wife and connect with her, and you'll see all the great things I'm doing. And if you look at my page, you see, okay, this guy, he was knocking down doors. I like to give a shout out to just people in general that's on the radio station. That's what I'm gonna give a shout out to. I like to say how y'all doing and thank you all for listening.
Amen. Miss Tiffany.
Shout out. Well, my social media for Instagram is Tiffany Louise Nutall. My middle name Louise, and on Twitter it's Tiffany Nutall. Or if you just go on Paul's page, I'm there tagged many times, so you can find me there. And any shout outs, I'd like to give a shout out to Teddy Riley. He's been there for us. He's a music producer. He's going to be our music producer for all of our shows, and he's been behind many Grammy winners. And he's done a lot of things for us. So I really appreciate him.
And people don't know the music. It's like the theme songs that's in the reality show. Theme songs that's in
The background music.
The background music.
That's what he's
stuff
making
like
for
that.
us.
Yeah. So that's what he do.
I thought y'all were gonna be doing a duet.
No, he's
She can
been
sing,
thinking
though.
about it. Yeah.
Oh, she the one. She the singer. Not me. I got potential.
Amen.
But I'm gonna keep going what I'm doing now. I let her take care of stuff.
Right. San Antonio Global listeners, we've been talking to Mr. Paul Nutall and Miss Tiffany Nutall out of San Antonio, headed back to California, but coming back to San Antonio. Want you to know they have, what would you call your shows again?
Second Chance Show, and we have Second Chance Talk Show. Second Chance Talk Show, you understand, Second Chance Show and Second Chance Talk Show is different. Second Chance Show, it's about the Kimberly Stewart and stuff like that, and people getting a second chance. Second Chance Talk Show is the host of me bringing the people back from the Second Chance Show to see if they stayed there, if Kimberly, if who gave her the kidney, have it reversed on her, and how she like getting saved. Just talking
How
to the
the
people.
lives
Yeah,
changed.
just changing. Then
Can they see these shows now?
No, not now. They're in pre-production. They won't be on until 2019. But
Okay.
when they're in pre-production, you got the edit and stuff, then all the 5 shows will be on. Then you have Paul and Tiffany's, which is our life story, and you'll see cameras rolling around here all in San Antonio.
A reality show.
Reality show about what are we doing? How are we putting up with the success that we have?
Mm-hmm.
How are they putting up with their marriage? Let's see their marriage. This ain't the Kardashians. This is, the Nutalls. Let's see y'all work all around the world. Let's see how everything working. Then we have the Boxing Wives, of course. Then we have my series, Nutall, from my whole life story. From the beginning, I talk to you to the end. And it's a series where, it keep going and going and
Season
going and
1,
going.
Season 2,
Yes.
Season 3.
And so it's called Nutall. And it's a series. And it's about my life story.
So coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon. So stay tuned and you'll be hearing more about it. And they'll be back to KROV FM right here in San Antonio.